benefits of that, he's someone who can provide short-term impact. He knows that
stick to pre-workout.
He's an someone that behavior.
What's up YouTube? So me and Ben have both got a bit of a day off today, so we thought we'd do a vlog of a bit of our day today. We're going to go and train shoulders now. Ben's just put a video up from 2 days ago, I think, just on his opinions or our opinions on why PT should be in shape. So if you've not watched that video, go and watch it already. Okay, so we're just going to get ready now, getting our pre-workout supplementation. Check how loud that is. I can't hear myself think, nigga.
Sorry.
So yeah, pre-workout supplementation. Unfortunately this week again we've got no pre-workout, so it's either go with none or do it Cali Muscle style again. So we've just got some True Start coffee, instant coffee. I'm going to mix that with a bit of Diet Coke, just for a bit of caffeine hit. BCA wise, at the moment I'm using the Grenade Defend orange flavour. And who bought you that one? Did Santa Claus bring you that one?
Santa got it me.
So
best present ever!
Got Ben some early Christmas presents. He's on the USN BCA powder. Also as well, been trying this product recently, the Muscle Tech Clear Muscle. It's a new product. I think it's only Muscle Tech who actually make this product. It's usually very expensive. I'm not joking. It's normally like 70 quid. So we've actually been able to get one for like 75% off. So I'm just trying this one at the moment. So hopefully I'll give you all a review on it if I think it's any good or not, because it's quite expensive to have. So yeah, we're going to go and do shoulders. We're both a bit sore from the gym. We both did back 2 days ago, and we did arms yesterday. But we hadn't been going heavy for a while on back, especially on the T-bar row. So you know, we thought, let's test our strength again. We'll go heavy. And how's your biceps now?
Killing. It's not the biceps, the forearms.
Yeah, your forearms are just ruined, and we did arms yesterday as well. So, my upper back's killing as well. So like my trap area.
No, not too bad. Mainly my lower back.
Yeah. So we're gonna go and do our shoulder session that we posted on Instagram a few weeks back. We kind of put the whole list of what we do. So we're gonna do that same session again today, and then video it for you guys as well. So. Peace out. As well, these clear muscle pills. Have you ever seen the film Limitless before? Looking like tiny little clear things. Lovely. Half froth, half fucking Coke and coffee. What do you think of that one, Max? We should have got some pre-workout. Bye bye, Jose.
He's someone who can provide short-term impact. He knows that
stick to pre-workout. Down in this, then it's off to do some shoulders. Oh, and some calves. Because what do you think of calf training?
The most boring thing in the world.
It's gotta be
done.
Yeah. Vegan Gains will appreciate the gains, although he's a fucking dickhead.
To find their earthly destinies. I want to describe my discovery in the simplest terms possible, because it will reveal to you why it is true that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of how many times you may have failed in the past, or how lofty your aims and hopes may be.
The only thing that I see that is distinctly different about me is I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. You might have more talent than me, you might be smarter than me, but if we get on the treadmill together, right, there's two things. You're getting off first, or I'm going to die. It's really that simple.
So I'm just going to do a bit of a commentary now, guys, and run through each individual exercise and the kind of the form behind them and why we use them. So recently we've been starting with the Smith machine shoulder press, warming up with the weight and just gradually building up to our working set. Working sets now tend to be 8 to 10 reps, depending on how many we can get. As you can see with us both, we tend to have a bit of a slight incline on the bench. So we tend to feel that more in our front delts. When the bench is too upright, for me personally, I get a bit of pain in the kind of rear delt area. So I tend to use more of an inclined bench, but you can mix it around and kind of make it to the desired clip on the bench, which is comfortable for you. So just finishing our last set then at 45 side, then moved on to another machine lifted one as well. There's a few variations you can do on these. You can do your dumbbells, you can do the machines. Recently we've been doing the machines as we've been a little bit sore. I tend to do the machines more when I'm sore. The dumbbells are more of a harder exercise. So then we did the plating pressing on both, and as you see with me, I kind of do a bit of a drop set and use both of the grips just so I can hit more targets or hit more areas of the delt. Second to that, we moved on to the rear delts. So after we've kind of done our heavier pressing, we tend to like to do a lot of reps and volume for shoulders. So we then went on with a rear delt exercise, doing the dumbbells first, and again we superset this one with a bit of a bent over roll. But obviously this one you need to just be careful of not using your lats as much and really bringing the elbows as high up to your face as you can. Ben getting some nice angles of me there. We were both quite sore in this session from the back workout we did on, I think it was 2 days ago, so our upper lats and rhomboids were a little bit sore while doing this exercise. So as you can see now, Ben just moving on to the row. We're doing again roughly a bit higher reps on this, 10 to 12 on the dumbbells, and then just 10 reps on the row. It's quite tiring and cardiovascular wise as well, just the position of being bent over. You tend to find yourself breathing quite heavily after that. So now the vests are out, the shreds are out. Again, this is going to be another superset or a bit of a drop set with a slight variation in the technique of doing it. So a bent elbows to start with on a heavier weight, so roughly 20 kilos, and then moving on to a lighter weight with a bit more of a stricter form, using straight arms and going straight outwards. So as you can see, really emphasises, obviously again you try and bring the bar or the dumbbells out straight to the side, whereas with the bent elbows you come slightly more in front of you. Again, try and not use as much trap as you can. So this particular version here is obviously you need to use your traps a little bit more. It's a heavier weight, and then with the straight arms you can be more strict with your form and just try and hit the cap of your shoulders. So just moving on to the drop set here again. Just nearly hit Ben's water bottle then. That was quite hard, that. So as you can see now, the reason we showed kind of the wrist movement at the start is you need to slightly twist your wrist. How can I explain? You need to turn, as you see, the wrist movement there is a bit more clearer there. If you turn your wrist and it engages or it keeps more tension onto the delt more. Just a little trick we've used and try it for yourself. I think if you're too straight with your arms, you tend to be, or if you're too tight in your grip, you tend to not use as much of the delt when you're lifting it. And again, another supersetting this with a high pull. You can do this with a rope as well. We just use two handles for today's workout. And then this one is going to target more the rear delts and the traps again. So it's just now my set. Again, slight twist in the wrist, trying to keep all the emphasis on the side delts. And again, working on the rears. So the rear delts, as you hear a lot of the pros talking about, it's an area which is neglected. Everyone tends to be stronger in the front of the shoulders, the front delt area. So working on the rears is very important to do and not neglect. And for the last exercise, we did some shrugs. Not going extremely heavy. You can go heavy on shrugs. I tend to find if you go very heavy on shrugs, it's more of a central nervous system exercise rather than actually, you know, burning the traps. Find that you get much more of a burn if you do a lighter weight and be able to squeeze and hold at the top. And then we just superset this with an upright row. Again, just trying to squeeze, control the motion all the way through. And that was pretty much our exercise, guys, for the shoulders and traps. Again, towards the end we said we'd do some calves in the workout. So the calf workout that we do, it is a body part that we do lack motivation for. Something that we tend to sometimes skip if we are not feeling it. So to try and combat that, we've been trying to do, you know, no rest at all, high reps, and then just do 2 exercises. I mean, there is different calf variations you can do, but the calf only really kind of does, you know, one type of motion. There's not a lot of angles you can hit it with. You can obviously alter the foot placement, but with the 2 exercises that we do here, we tend to use the seated one I've shown here to kind of get more of a peak contraction at the top, not going too far down on the negative. And then with this one here, this is where we focus more on the kind of stretch at the bottom, so really stretching the fascia of the calves, and then just kind of coming back up to like level. So we're working both angles or both ways of the calf, and we're just basically doing this, you know, no rest. You know, we want to get out now with jobs done. We're just trying to do as many sets as we can on that.
Just on the way home now. In England at the moment, it's dark at like not even 5 o'clock, so sorry for the bad lighting that we're in now. We've put the light on to try and give us some extra visibility. Just sipping on our post-workout now at the moment, and I thought I'd just go over. We're not vegan at all, but at the moment we've just been using this protein by Sun Warrior. So if you are vegan and you're obviously protein intake, you do struggle to get through food, some good ones to look out for. You've got clean lean protein, which is a pea protein, which normally pea protein doesn't taste nice at all, but this one is like very good. Then the Sun Warrior, you've got rice protein as well. They're probably the best 2 to go for if you're vegan. Things like hemp and that, they're not very, you know, gram for gram that high in protein, so I'd always stick to rice or pea. Do some more of the discussion videos as well recently, as like I said before, Ben's already done one about in shape PTs.
Yeah, I've got another one coming in the new year about little tips on getting started in the gym. You know, because December, everyone, literally the gyms are empty all the time, so just little tips and little ideas that you can implement when getting started back in the gym. And also like ideas as well to keep it going, so you don't just carry on from January, something to keep it on throughout the whole year.
And stuff as well for, you know, other PTs as well. I know obviously, you know, there's a lot of personal trainers out there and there's a lot of good ones, and you know, we're just gonna like maybe talk over certain topics that PTs maybe go through themselves. You know, they get qualified as a personal trainer, and then, you know, they're not quite ready, or they're a bit nervous about taking the plunge of going from a full-time guaranteed paid wage to, you know, not a guaranteed wage. So we'll talk about topics and that as well, and how you can maybe overcome that.
Yeah, and any other questions or anything you want to like know about, just leave in the comments and we'll surely answer all.
We'll answer all the comments. We're not one of these big channels who are flooded with hundreds and hundreds of comments, so we'll literally answer every comment that you put on there, because we're not going to be inundated with them just yet. But you never know, with your help we could one day, you know, start hitting the numbers of the CGs and the Chris Joneses of the world.
Oh yeah, get to the expos and all that, that'll be something good.
Alright guys, so I'll see you in the next video. Peace.